Hello beautiful people, my name is Chinaza Victory and you're welcome back to Nazi Styles YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest method of cutting and sewing a side trouser pocket. If this sounds like something you're interested in, keep watching and let's get started. I've gone ahead to cut out 2 pieces of fabric. The measurement of these pocket pieces is 13 inches by 13 inches. Note that you can also use 14 inches by 14 inches as far as you're making the pocket for an adult. Okay, I want you to also note that the pocket opening of an adult ranges from 6 inches to 7 inches. After placing the 2 pocket pieces right side facing right side, the next thing you're going to do is to fold it over like so. Now we have the folded part and the other parts are open. The next thing I will do is to come in with the trouser front block, the front part of the trouser that you've already cut out. Okay, you bring it and place it on top of these 2 pieces of fabric we're using for the pockets, leaving a little space at the waist area and by the side. Take note of where I placed it. Okay, now the pocket piece that is facing the side of this trouser is the open part. The folded part of the pocket pieces is inside. I hope you understand. Now I'll come in with my scissors, following the shape of this front trouser block. I'm going to cut out the excess pocket at the waist area and by the side of the trouser. You must follow the shape of the trouser so that the pocket will balance well after sewing. After doing that, I will unpin it and then lift up the front trouser block. Now you can see that the 2 pieces of fabric we're using for the pocket has taken the shape of the trouser. This is how it should be, and we still have the folded part of the pocket piece. In order to easily identify the upper side of the pocket, I'll just place a little notch there. That's exactly what I did. I snipped that area a little. This will help me know the parts that will be up when I'm sewing. After joining the crotch area of the 2 front trouser blocks, the next thing is to go ahead and fix the pocket. You can decide to also finish sewing your pockets to the sides of the front trouser before joining the crotch area. The choice is yours. So let's move forward to the next step. I have placed the front part of the trouser on my table with the right side facing up. I'll come in with one of the pocket pieces and I'm going to be locating that part that I snipped a little that should stay up. That's the part that you'll be placing on top of the trouser block like so. Right side of the pocket facing the right side of the trouser block. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to first of all mark out the seam allowance, the size seam allowance. This size seam allowance is the one that you marked when you are drafting. From that size seam allowance, I'm going to be marking 2.5 inches. You can also use 3 inches. I think I changed my mind and I used 3 inches. Okay, between 2.5 inches to 3 inches is fine. From the waistline, I'll come down by 0.5 inch, which is the waist joining allowance. Now I'm going to be taking the measurement for my pocket opening from this 0.5 inch and I'll be making use of 6.5 inches for the pocket opening, and I'll place the mark there. I'll come over to that pocket opening mark. I'll go ahead and also mark that size seam allowance again. The size seam allowance, whether your size seam allowance is 1 inch or 0.75 or any amount, that's what you're going to be marking there. Okay, the next step is to connect the 3 inches mark on the waistline to this 6.5 inches mark for our pocket opening, but I'm going to be stopping at the side seam allowance mark. I'm not going to be exceeding that. You can either make use of your straight ruler or you make use of your curve ruler. It depends on how you want the shape of the pocket opening to be. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew from the beginning of this line to where the line stopped. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. I'll quickly do that now and show you the next step. The next thing I'm going to do now is to come in with my scissors. Then I'll come over to this 6.5 inches pocket opening mark. I'm going to be cutting through the side seam allowance mark on that point, and I'll stop at the point where I stopped sewing. Okay, I hope you understand. I stopped at that line, the place I stopped sewing. I didn't cut through the line. Then after which I'm going to be cutting off the excess fabric, leaving about 0.25, about a quarter of an inch. Okay, just watch the video carefully. I'll go ahead and open the pocket piece and the trouser panel like so. I'll lay it flat on my machine with the right side facing down and the wrong side facing up. Remember the quarter of an inch allowance we left while we were cutting off the excess. I will top stitch that tiny allowance towards the pocket piece, not towards the trouser, towards the pocket piece. After that, I'll flip the pocket piece on top of the trouser with the wrong side of the pocket facing the wrong side of the trouser this time around, and I'm going to be arranging it properly around the waist and the sides. Then I will show you the next step. At this point, you can either top stitch on this pocket opening, or you just take this to your ironing table and use your hemming gum to hold it down from behind. But I'm going to be doing the top stitch method now. So starting from the waistline, I'll be top stitching using 0.25, that's a quarter of an inch, starting from that waistline to the end of the pocket opening. You see how neat it is looking. This is how your own should be as well. So now I'll raise up the trouser like so, and then I'll bring out the pocket piece and fold it this way, the right side of the pocket piece facing each other. I hope you understand. Watch the video carefully. Now I'm going to be aligning it very well around the side. Then I'll come over to this waist area. We're going to be repeating the same measurement we did at the beginning for this waist area. I'll first of all mark out the side seam allowance. Then I'll go ahead and mark that 3 inches. You remember the 3 inches mark? I'll place the mark again at this point. Now this trouser waist will be resting on this 3 inches mark. I hope you get it. Just look at the way I am placing it. The trouser waist will be resting on top of that 3 inches mark. I'll just do that now. Use my pin to hold it down, and I will show you how it should be. After arranging it and aligning both the pocket and the trouser panel around the waist area and the side, I'll go ahead and top stitch it on the waist area. This is to hold both the pocket and the trouser piece together. Okay, then I'll come over to the pocket opening. I'll just reinforce again. I'll use my machine to reinforce. Let me just show you how to do it. Our pocket is almost ready. Just keep watching, okay? The next thing I'm going to do now is to lift this trouser up like so, revealing just the pocket. You can see where the pocket opening stopped. I'll just come there and mark about 1 inch, which is the size seam allowance, and I'll be cutting through it like so. Before I proceed with the method 1, let me teach you method 2 of closing up this pocket. You can simply close it off from here. At this point, you can simply sew using the shape of a pocket. You can just draw the shape of a pocket from here now and close it up and use the overlocking machine to overlock it later. But then I want to show you a better method. With this method, you will not need an overlocking machine, okay? Now after cutting through that point, I'll put my hand inside the pocket like I want to bring out money. Then I'll bring out the pocket piece like so. When you bring it out and arrange it, you will see the part that I just notched. You're going to be sewing from that notch part now, but before you sew, you're going to use your chalk tool to draw the shape of a pocket. Just look at how I'm going to be drawing the shape of the pocket. It's just a very simple thing to do. You curve it out like so. There is no particular measurement. After drawing the curve, I'll just go ahead now and sew on that line I just drew now. On the pocket shape I just drew, I'll go ahead and sew on it. I'll come in with my scissors and trim off the excess, leaving like 1/4 of an inch. After that, I'm going to put my hand inside my pocket again to bring it out from this wrong side. I'll bring it out and arrange it very well. You can even go ahead to iron it at this point before the next thing. Now I'm going to be flipping this trouser piece up like so, and look at how neat the pocket is looking. You see, this method is actually better than the other method. The only thing you're going to do now is to top stitch round the shape of the pocket, and that is it, okay, which is not even compulsory, okay? Just go ahead and top stitch round it. With this method, you don't need an overlocking machine to overlock the rough edges of the pocket, because there are no rough edges at all. Now that we are done with one pocket, you repeat the same process for the other side of the trouser. So my people, was this video helpful to you? If yes, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave a nice comment below, and don't forget to share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.